Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do the weekly reading for the lovely sign of Leo. Alright Leo, let's get into your reading. We're going to use the Cosmic Tarot for your reading. Firstly, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love to have you on board. If you are interested in a personal reading with me or knowing about me, everything is in the box below, or you can whip over to the Aussie Goddess Facebook page and like the page. Everything's pinned to the top. I will update it this week, but it will also sort of give you an opportunity to join us for Facebook Lives. I do lives once a month where I do free card pulls for people. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh, keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with you, and in which case you need to sort of take initiative and look for another reader or look for another aspect of your natal chart. If it does resonate with you, please give it a thumbs up. All right. Eight of Cups coming through. All right, the Eight of Cups is a card. This looks like John Travolta to me. Every time I look at it, I think John Travolta. These cards here, I love them, but they all look like people to me. So I don't know if it's been the influence, but that one definitely gets it. The Eight of Cups is a card that talks about walking away from things that are no longer emotionally fulfilling. It can be sometimes sort of cutting yourself off from your emotions because perhaps you're, perhaps leaving something behind, and maybe you're not feeling really attached to your emotions at the moment. But whatever this is, it could be that you're moving on to find new love. It could be that you are looking for self-love. But no matter what happens here, you are without an emotionally fulfilled. You're not emotionally fulfilled by your current circumstances. That's what's coming through. All right, so I feel here with the Judgment card. The Judgment card is the card of rebirth. It is the card of coming back from the dead, rebirthing the phoenix. It's being called to judgment. So sometimes, on our journey, we may be being called to go back to something that we've left behind in the past that wasn't quite finished for us. This is why it's often very much a card that we see people coming back from the past. Something needs to be sorted here. Something needs to be put right. There's some sort of energy here that's kept you trapped in this sadness or this emotion, and you're trying to move forward from it, but the universe is saying you can't probably move forward at this time because something is still holding you back in the past. Okay, so you could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. I feel like it's sort of more this energy of trying to find a truth, trying to understand a truth. You could have been trying to find out what went wrong. You could be stalking someone. You could be trying to look back at someone to see what went wrong here, what happened. But there's definitely this feeling of wanting more information here with this Princess of Swords. This could be your person as well, so I'm not going to discount that at this time, because if you're cross-watching there, you could be the Princess of Swords. So it could be that somebody is watching you at the moment that feels they need to put something right, fix something up, come back in with something here. Okay, so we've got Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy here. So I feel strongly you're dealing with someone who could be, it could be a partner that you've separated from. If it's not a partner in this dimension, it could be somebody you're very heavily connected to in the other dimension. If you're not sure what that means, it could mean you have a strong soulmate tie or twin flame energy with this person. But it's somebody that you have a very strong connection with because they're coming up as the partner card here. I feel like your person is moving on. They're trying to leave things behind here. But I feel like somehow or another something hasn't been brought to closure. There's been no finality here. Something's been left undone, which means that most times that you're meant to perhaps be with this person, but perhaps for some reason they can't be with you. Something is going on. Let me dig a bit deeper. Nine of Wands energy. So perhaps somebody left you behind here. Maybe you left somebody behind too. Somebody just hasn't done something in a way that was or is considered the right thing to do. Your person could have ghosted you. You could have been left without an explanation. But when I see the Nine of Wands, I feel like you've either been through something similar with other people before, or you've been round and round with this same person. All right, we have the Two of Swords coming through. So some sort of decision needs to be made. Right, okay, now I see it. Okay. There is some sort of energy that somebody made an offer in the past. This is going to have a very, very good outcome. Somebody made some sort of offer in the past, but for whatever reason, either you or the other person didn't take that. The decision is now that this is coming around again. This decision is coming around again, but I see this energy and I feel like you've never let this go. And that's where the energy of no closure is coming in. Not because nothing was said, it's more about the fact that this didn't close because somebody made an offer, it was refused. Maybe there wasn't a decent explanation as to why, but whoever this is that made the offer is still hanging on here, and whoever the offer was made to is still hanging on because I feel that there was regret here as to whether they may have wanted to take the cut but couldn't, or they may have wanted to take the cut but it wasn't the right time. Wow. But it's the end of a cycle. So the Ten of Swords is coming through here. I feel like the Ten of Swords is a card to me that says it's the end of a negative energy. It's the end of a negative conditioning, negative whatever this cycle you've been in with this Nine of Wands, it's the end of it. You're realizing why you've been cycling. Maybe you've got some sort of epiphany. I look at this energy, what's coming out of this person's mouth here, and the sun is shining in the background, and that says to me that somebody has had an awakening or an epiphany here about something they've been doing the same way for a very long time. There is a wake up to some sort of cycle here. Maybe a cycle of always meeting people who do very similar things to you that you do to them. So perhaps not committing, for example. Maybe a person's got commitment problems from childhood trauma, attachment, abandonment issues. Something here that you've been repeating a pattern on that is coming to light here. And whatever is bringing it to light is giving you some sort of light bulb moment here. Oh, yes, it is. Ace of Wands coming through. Look at this with the Six of Cups. This is something you've been doing. Six of Wands is here. This is beautiful because this says to me that you are having such a big realization that's going to change your life. It's a life-changing moment here. There is like an energy of really, I just see the sun coming through with this brand new start. See, I see the sun lighting the way here. So it's like some sort of awakening, some sort of light being shone on something, and it's being shone on this new start. Something with the past here you've been doing for a long time. You've been repeating a pattern here. And perhaps you've never really understood that or really seen it for what it was, and it's about to be shown to you. I come into the here's the sun again, in the Six of Wands, which is the card of victory. I do see the lion here, which represents Leo. This is a card of victory coming through. Something you've been doing for a long time with the Six of Cups here that you are finally understanding. Look, beautiful. Karma done and dusted here. All right, so we have the Ten of Pentacles, abundance coming in, Nine of Swords, Empress. All right. You are stepping into your power here, Leo. You are starting to understand that something you've been doing for a very long time that you either didn't recognize or is being shown to you here. The universe is shining light on something so you can see what you've been doing for a very long time that will now be changing. This will give you an opportunity to have a brand new start because you're standing in your power here. There is some sort of karmic energy just closing off here because you finally now got some sort of insight into something you've been doing for a very long time, and it's going to bring you great abundance here. Look at this, abundance with the Magician. Oh, I love Spirit. And we have the Temperance card. These are all major arcanas here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas coming through. Beautiful reading. Let me just go through the mini read and I'll come back. All right, so we have you walking away from something because I feel like you are finally getting the call to understand what you've been doing up till now. This is a rebirth for you. It's an awakening. I feel that you've perhaps been really focused on this, trying to understand the energies. Even if you've been trying to stay really true to yourself, do the right thing, you may have been really trying to ground yourself. You have seen a pattern here. You have seen some sort of pattern here, and you are making a decision to let go of something so you can have a new start. I feel it's very possible that you may have been dealing with somebody from the past who may have had a very karmic energy, who may have been here to teach you something about yourself. And because of that, you've seen something for what it was. So there is definitely this energy of childhood coming through. You may have had some sort of abandonment, attachment issues here that you are starting to see, but you're really seeing yourself for who you are now, and you're giving yourself a brand new start. There is something here that's caused you great anxiety in the past, and I feel like it's because you've been repeating a pattern, but up until now you've been unable to understand that pattern. I feel like the universe is coming in to shine a light on this so you can understand and have a brand new start. So the karma is being shifted. You're being given the opportunity to move forward in your power, take back your power, but get into balance, get into a good vibration. I see here with the Temperance card the energy of the sun now behind the clouds. So that sun is all through your reading here. Something is giving you enlightenment here. And then you now, with that enlightenment, you'll be able to create the life you want. And you are now stepping into some sort of power here to be able to birth something new. And it's definitely something you're going to feel very, very passionate about. Now, if this is a person you've been cycling with here, you may have gone into other situations and not realized it, but this person you've been dealing with here has given you an indication or some sort of idea of what you've been doing, and that is what you are changing here. It is what you are changing. Let's have a look what these cards say. All right, okay, look at this. See this again? So you're bringing in this stability here. I feel like you've been dealing with somebody here that you are now going to be able to either meet on a much more, because I get the real Temperance energy here. So there's like this energy of perhaps you and the person that you were dealing with, this person who's shown you were cycling. Perhaps you weren't really understanding the relationship between the two of you. Perhaps you weren't seeing what this person was here to teach you. Maybe you'd been pulled apart with that Eight of Cups through some sort of separation here. But I feel like you're meeting each other eye to eye now. There's no power in difference. There seems to have been like some sort of energy now that you are seeing each other for who you are. There is an energy too that you've both been healing each other here. So maybe this whole situation that you've walked away from was to teach you about yourself so you could come into some sort of union with this person. Because there's definitely this feeling of coming back together here. But once you stood in your power, once you understood what you were doing. So it's sort of now you can understand, the universe can bring you back into union. All right, let's pull an oracle card. Whoa, that one wants to come out. Commitment, there you go. Perfect card. So now you can have the commitment you want. You can actually manifest this now. And I don't think you were able to manifest it before because you weren't in the right energy. But now you're in your power. You're able to manifest this brand new start here. But I feel like you had to go through this to understand it. Okay, so we have here, what's the events? Okay, let's just pull the card forward because they have lots of imagery and symbolism in these cards. This card shows a man signing papers at a table, and it foretells a commitment on the horizon. It may in fact be in the form of a romantic relationship or even a marriage. There could also be a business commitment, a job offer, a partnership, a rental agreement, or the sale of a house. All of these activities bode well for you at this time. This card may also signify a good resolution to a legal matter, especially one you've been dealing with for a while. Of course, you still need to do your research and get a clear understanding of your part in this commitment. Investigate what's expected of you and what you can expect of everyone else involved. Being well informed will help the new endeavour to go smoothly. Indeed, being prepared and informed helps all areas of life. The universe blesses your commitments as you bring personal power and highest intentions to all that you do. So I feel like here this is bringing two people back into alignment, giving them both their power back and then allowing them to come into union. Thank you.